Thank you. I am Fred Potter. I'm Vice President of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. I also serve as its Director for its Sports Division. Yeah, we should raise the bridge. And yes, it'll create good jobs while that project's being done. However, the Port of New York and New Jersey should not be allowed to expand until there's a full and comprehensive EIS and until there's justice for port truck drivers. Each day, the ports of New York and New Jersey generate over 10,000 truck trips. Containers are picked up and dropped off by an estimated 7,000 port drivers, most of which are misclassified as independent contractors. They make an average of $28,000 a year before taxes, and as a consequence, drive old, highly polluting trucks. Port drivers and residents in the communities that the trucks drive through are on the front lines of diesel exposure. As one port driver says, of course I want to drive a clean truck that isn't spewing toxic fumes as I drive it down the public highways in our community, but if I can't afford health insurance to treat my asthma, how can I be expected to afford a $160,000 truck? Port Authority cannot fix the environmental crisis in the port trucking until they address the injustice of workers, misclassification, and wage theft that has become the norm in the port trucking industry. The U.S. Department of Labor, the New Jersey Department of Labor, and the National Labor Relations Board have all confirmed the findings of the National Employment Law Project study called the Big Rig, that the typical port driver is misclassified. Port Authority has spent, according to today's figures, over $28,000 million on a truck ban and truck replacement program that has failed because they are based on publicly funded loans to misclassified drivers instead of making the trucking companies pay and the shippers. The Port Authority's programs have pushed many drivers out of the industry and out of business and back into poverty, have wasted scarce public funds, and have done virtually nothing to reduce diesel pollution. I will say that there's no difference in pollution from a 1992 truck and a 1993 truck and even a 1994. After all this public investment, the port truck fleet is still over 90% non-compliant with 2007 EPA, and if you follow their program to 2017, it still allows trucks with a decade-old EPA compliance. The technology exists to virtually eliminate diesel pollution from port trucking. The only question is, who should pay for it? Do we force the course of cleaning air on the backs of drivers who are being cheated by their employers, or do we make the trucking companies responsible? Let me just lastly make this comment, saying that we want this environmental impact study, and we agree with the comments in today's Star Ledger.
Thank you very much. Sally Gellert, please.